Hi everybody. As you can see, I'm out and about. Got a brief respite from the rain, so I'm just heading off to do a bit of shopping. I thought I'd bring you along, because I was just thinking about how things don't always go according to plan. So back in June, I was going through a really dark time. Been dealing with some mental health stuff for a few years now. And long story short, I ended up getting downsized from the IT gig I was working at. And that threw my entire work situation into stark relief. It always gets very interesting when you start to concern yourself with how to pay the rent. I know a whole bunch of you can relate to that one. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about what happens when things don't go according to plan. See, one thing, I've worked in IT for decades, and I found it extremely stressful because I was always dealing with mission critical environments. The so-called failure is not an option scenario. Getting let go from that position was actually a huge relief in a way, because it meant that I could actually just focus on me for a change. And that's not something that I've really had the luxury of doing for more than a decade. Literally on call 7 days a week. I didn't have an official vacation for 12 years. And I'm sure that that had a contributing factor to being not all that mentally well off. So the situation now is that I'm able to put a whole lot more energy into me, putting a lot more energy into being creative, and putting energy into my business instead of somebody else's. And that's a really good feeling. I'm enjoying that. Red cheddar cheese. Gozaimasu. Nashi de. Right. I've spent the last couple of months really focusing just almost 100% on me and my business, trying to get as physically and mentally fit as possible. I will confess the physical fitness side has been lackluster at best. I kind of got into the habit during the COVID period of not exercising, not going out for walks, just sitting at my desk for hours and hours and hours on end. Obviously, that's not going to help with my mental fitness. My mental health is going to benefit tremendously if I get on a consistent exercise program again. So I'm trying to get that happening. And that's also another reason for getting out tonight. It's a beautiful night tonight. With the typhoon coming, it's obviously quite humid, but I'm just totally digging getting outside, hearing the autumn insects. But I feel that something really good is on the horizon. This place makes decent ramen. Not bad. So what do you do when things don't exactly go according to plan? How do you deal with the stress of the unknown? Do you exercise, eat properly, get enough sleep, take vitamin supplements as required? Or do you try to escape your fear in, say, alcohol, or do you try to numb yourself? So the first thing that I would say is when you're dealing with baggage, Try to forego any guilt. You know, there's no such thing as failure. There's only unexpected data. And then you use that data, you analyze it, you reevaluate your position, and you change your behavior. And of course, changing your behavior can be kind of challenging because, well, habits are habits for a reason. So yeah, when you're trying to deal with behavioral changes, you need to be gentle with yourself. You need to understand that habits take a long time to take hold and they can't be undone overnight. And your ego is going to struggle with you wanting to change. Because your ego trusts what it knows, whether it's helpful for you or not.
Much later.
About to go back upstairs and grab some coffee, but I decided to come and stand in the soil and ground a bit, find my energetic footing for the day. It's only been in the last 10 or 12 years that I've really started to step up and take ownership of everything that I've been doing. And that includes the aforementioned getting downsized. So now I'm taking responsibility more for my mental health than I have, and my physical health. So that's why the grounding this morning. Trying to ensure that everything that I need to be doing, I'm actually doing. I just wanted to reaffirm that you really need to be gentle with yourself when you're dealing with issues. We try to implement big changes and our ego fights that. So be gentle. That's all for now. Now if you like this video, please hit that like button and do consider subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. And do, by all means, leave a comment. Feel free to ask me anything you'd like me to talk about in the future, or if you have any questions with this video. Much love to you all. Namaste.